What's up? What's going on? It's Joey G. Give you a quick Raw review and some breaking news. First breaking news I want to give you is that there's no doubt, it's in stone, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar is the main event for WrestleMania. Real quick, I'm going to give you the Fastlane, what's going to happen at Fastlane. Originally, Daniel Bryan's in this match to basically put Roman Reigns over. It's the only reason this match is happening. Daniel Bryan is one bad injury away from retirement. Now, the fans and marks don't know this. The reason he didn't win the Royal Rumble, that was one of the big reasons. He's not going to be able to go like he was able to go a year ago. You know what I mean? He got really hurt last year, okay? I'm not fault that. Now, the original plan for Fastlane was for Reigns to win cleanly, Daniel Bryan to shake his hand, raise his hand, then go yes, and maybe even have Roman go yes. Change the plans. Roman Reigns finally came to see the light and says, I don't want that. No, it didn't work out with my cousin. How's it going to work out with Daniel Bryan? It didn't work out with The Rock. How's it going to work out with Daniel Bryan? Roman Reigns said, no offense to Daniel Bryan, but how's it going to, if it didn't work with my cousin, who's a legend, how's it going to work with Daniel Bryan? And they're just the smart mark geeks, you smart geeks out there. It's the only reason this match is happening. Or else Cena versus Rusev would be the main event. Seriously, for the U.S. title. But instead of Daniel Bryan and Roman will shake hands at the end of Fastlane. And then Roman's going to look. And Daniel Bryan's still going to be in the ring. He ain't out of the ring yet. And Roman's going to look again. And Daniel Bryan's going to be in the ring. And Roman Reigns is going to super punch Daniel Bryan. Not going heel, though. Not going heel. Maybe at WrestleMania, but not at Fastlane. And he's going to sucker, do the Superman punch of Daniel Bryan. And then, go into him a little bit. Rock's music's going to hit. It's going to look like The Rock's going to help Daniel Bryan. Bang! Rock and Roman hug. The rumor is, Roman said to Vince, we'll let consumer, the crowd, we'll let the crowd decide what I'm going to be, a heel or face. And that's the right way to go about it. Have them hug, The Rock and Roman hug. Then Brock Lesnar comes out. Roman, Brock, and The Rock all head to head. Roman super punches The Rock and then super punches Brock. Knocks him out. And then nails the GOAT one more time. This is straight up from a good resource, okay? Roman leaves like that. You know what I mean? Not as a heel, still a face, the fans will decide. Now that scene, and then the other pitch is Daniel Bryan to shake his hand, and then the yes, and The Rock comes out, and The Rock, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns all sit there like the fucking Brady Bunch. I think Roman Reigns super punching everybody would be the best way to go. Let Roman get his own identity, okay? Let him get his own identity. But the bottom line, the main event for WrestleMania is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Rumored that Brock Lesnar is going to turn into a Paul Heyman guy if Brock leaves, if not Brock leaves. Because Paul Heyman knows Roman Reigns is the future. He's got that look. He is badass. It's not his fault they give him stupid nursery rhymes to say. It's not his fault. He's badass. Y'all cheered for him when he was in the end of the Royal Rumble 2014. Stop being smart marks. All your favorite knows is yes. And hey, I'm a Triple H guy. I'm a click guy for life. But Triple H is the most boringest guy on the promo. Maybe for the first 2-3 minutes he's all right. Then after that you're like, you go to take a piss and you come back and Triple H is still on. Daniel Bryan is more boring on the mic than Triple H. The only time you people are with him is when he goes, yes. And when he did no, you did it too. Yous are just brainwashed marks. The WWE is not about one person. Okay? I could go back on the Royal Rumble and say what should have happened. They shouldn't even have Daniel Bryan in it. You know what I mean? And if they did have him in it, they should have had him at least last in there a little longer. Even though I'm not a Daniel Bryan fan. At all. You know what I mean? They shouldn't even have him in it. He wasn't even ready to come back. You know what I mean? Roman Reigns did nothing wrong. I could understand last year with Batista. You know what I mean? Because Batista fucked every diva and every guy's girl in the back. You know what I mean? Ladies that ain't even divas. Wrestlers' wives he's banged. Batista, I like Batista. But a lot of people take Batista as a real dickhead. I like him. I like Dave. You know what I mean? But I can understand the fans booing Batista. He was in Hollywood. He comes back and he wins. And he's not The Rock. So I can understand last year. But what did Roman do? Roman didn't do nothing. You're booing Roman because he's The Rock's cousin? Because his family, the Usos and Rikishi and Man U didn't make it. Anybody remember Man U? or whatever the frig his name was, the guy that rolled with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase and Randy Orton. He was in Legacy, like in the very beginning. He didn't make it. I mean, God rest Umaga, God rest Yokozuna. Yokozuna, for you pretend fans, is really Samoan. He's not Japanese. He wasn't a sumo wrestler. Like I always say, for you pretend fans, Dean Ambrose, his real name is John Moxley, lunatic. That's all from the indies. If you don't know, type up John Moxley on YouTube and see some of the greatest promos ever. Off that, another thing I got to, and I didn't really catch on to, was a week ago, the remark that Dolph Ziggler made about, I don't sit at home and complain on my couch on a podcast. Well, Dolph Ziggler, let me say this to you. Mr. I want to be HBK, male cheerleader. My name, what was his name in the Spirit Squad? My name's Mikey, Nicky, Kenny. Well, he wasn't Kenny, because Kenny was Kenny Dykstra. Nicky was Mikey was a little guy. I think, yeah, Dolph Ziggler was Nicky. No, Dolph Ziggler was Mikey. No, wait. Dolph Ziggler was Nicky. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler was Nicky. The little dude was Mikey. Yeah, he was Nicky. And Dolph Ziggler's all right. You know what I mean? I rather would have saw him win the Royal Rumble than Roman. I didn't want Roman to win the Royal Rumble. Like I said, I made shows, but he did. On to what he said about CM Punk. CM Punk was burned out. Okay? He was burned out and he left. Okay? CM Punk is just a real dude, and people don't like him. Anybody who compares Daniel Bryan to CM Punk is a complete jerk off. And you don't know wrestling, you don't know sports entertainment, you don't know, I know more probably than all you goat troll Daniel Bryan fans. I know more about Daniel Bryan, the Dragon from Dragon Gate Wrestling, from all the indies. I know him better than all you fans know him. I've been watching him. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's a good B+ player. You know what I mean? He's not the face of the WWE. Like I said, growing up, when you were a kid, just think of yourself as a kid. Would you look at Daniel Bryan and be like, whoa, I want to be like him? Or would you look at Hulk Hogan or Randy Savage or Bret Hart? When I was younger, it was Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. When I was like a teenager, it was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. And then as I got a little, my 20s, it was Stone Cold. And I'm 30. I'm going to be 38. I'm 37. Then it was like Stone Cold and The Rock. And then, Batista and Cena and went on. But Dolph Ziggler, you can't touch CM Punk, okay? CM Punk will be back, and I do believe Steve Austin is having his last match at WrestleMania 32, and I really do believe CM Punk's going to be the opponent, because I don't think, no offense, I mean Phil Brooks, CM Punk, whatever he's calling himself now, they still call himself the Punker or something he said on an interview, and Dolph Ziggler, you can't touch him. CM Punk, I don't think, I think he'll do all right in UFC. I think he might lose his temper and just start kicking, really just, breaking the rules and cheating. Or he's not going to like the UFC. I think CM Punk is more for sports entertainment. He's better for sports entertainment. And I do think he'll be back. I mean, come on, look at Bret Hart. Bret Hart came back to the WWE. I mean, Bret Hart came out publicly and blamed Vince McMahon for his brother Owen's death. And Bret came back. Hogan went to Ted Turner and tried to put Vince out of business along with Kevin Scott and Pac, and they all came back. You know what I mean? Bruno Sammartino said, I'll never do business with Vince again. Never. He's turned the business, the wrestling that I was proud to be champion, he's turned into a circus. He was in the Hall of Fame 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Sting, I'm never going to WWE. I'm not down with Vince McMahon. I'm WCW. I'll never leave TNA. When I leave, I'll leave as TNA. Where's Sting ending his career at? Sting's last match is going to be at WrestleMania. Well, I don't know. Because I don't know if Sting's going to be wrestling at WrestleMania 32. Maybe Triple H is going to be his last match. Taker and Sting might not be at WrestleMania 32 because that's the next thing I want to talk about. And then real quick a John Cena thing and then that's it. And one more thing. Tonight, Raw. Sheamus is backstage and Bo Dallas is backstage. Randy Orton and Batista have been at house shows. I don't know if they're going to return. I know Randy Orton's going to return any day. So I'm going to be doing excerpts of Raw tonight. And if Sheamus comes out, when Sheamus, I don't know, Sheamus is backstage. And Bo Dallas. And I like Bo Dallas. I told you people on here, Bo Dallas is the man. Believe! You know what I mean? RKO, my favorite wrestler, is backstage. He could return tonight. What I want to get on Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, breaking news. Undertaker is putting his career on the line at WrestleMania against Bray Wyatt. I've said in the last couple shows I've done, Bray Wyatt is he's sending them promos, he's talking to The Undertaker. And if you don't know that, then you are a pretend fan. You do not know your wrestling. He's talking to The Undertaker. He said, I know you're listening. I'm the new face of fear. You think you can just get away with what you can get away with. Nostalgic, meaning the streak. All the people that you put the rest in the streak and you lost and now you think, in cryptic terms how Bray Wyatt speaks, smoking mirror terms, he's talking to The Undertaker. And if you don't know that, then you don't belong watching wrestling. You're not a diehard fan and a Joey G and a creative genius like myself, okay? And also, now the John Cena and Rusev. Okay, the best thing I can compare the John Cena-Rusev thing to, it's kind of like my buddy, well, not my buddy, a guy that I have a lot in common with and I do agree a lot with, even though I did come at him a lot. But I do respect a lot what he says. And Sean said it first, Sean's view. And this is what I think. You compare John Cena and Rusev to Hulk Hogan and Yokozuna in 1993. The only difference is John Cena's not leaving like Hulk Hogan did. And a year later, Yokozuna squashed him in June of 93. And then June of 94, he was signing that mega deal that changed wrestling in Disney World. And he went with WCW. That's not going to happen with John Cena. You're not going to see Rusev squash him and then John Cena ends up in TNA or Jeff Jarrett's new promotion or some indie promotion or in Japan or where the fuck ever. You're not going to see that. You know what I mean? John Cena is still the face that runs the place. Yeah. Like he said to Rusev. Like he said to Rusev and Lana. I had that title before you had pubes and you had boobs. That's the old Cena. That's the Cena I like. And they said this Cena-Rusev feud could go into Extreme Rules. And another question, is it for the U.S. title? Yes, it's for the U.S. title. It's for the U.S. title at Fastlane. Now, there is a rumor that Cena and Finn Balor, a.k.a. Prince the Vet, is going to wrestle at WrestleMania. It's going to be seen that Cena was going to win the title versus Rusev at Fastlane, defend it against Finn Balor at WrestleMania, which would be a dream match. Everybody thinks Finn Balor is just this new guy in NXT. He's a young guy, but he's wrestled all over the world. He's wrestled in Japan. He's Prince the Vet. He's a half Jeff Hardy, half CM Punk. And that's weird because they're two totally different, but that's how good Finn Balor is. But I don't think that's happening. I think that at Fastlane, Rusev and Cena, Rusev's going to win cleanly. And then at WrestleMania, Cena's supposed to go over and win the U.S. title. Then in Extreme Rules, Rusev to win the U.S. title back. And this is also the WWE wants to push the U.S. title. They want to get the U.S. title big again. Like they said, the U.S. title hasn't been big since Cena held it back in 2005. Yeah, he lost it right before he won the WWE title at WrestleMania, right before WrestleMania 21, 10 years ago. That's the last time the U.S. title actually meant something. Let's be real. And we've had some popular people hold it. Sheamus had it. Ambrose had it for 304 days. And that's my current upcoming favorite wrestler. I've always liked John Moxley, but now I really like him because he's in the big leagues. TNA on Destination US, I think TNA still sucks. I kind of feel sorry for Dixie because everyone walked out on her. I mean, she's just, Jeff Jarrett knew what he was doing. He knew how to run a business. I haven't seen GFW or G-Force Wrestling yet. It was supposed to debut January 15th. I don't know what happened. I'm waiting to see it. If anybody knows anything about GFW, please leave me a comment because I do want to check it out. I haven't heard anything about it. But, hey, Fastlane's going to be great. But The Undertaker putting his career on the line against Bray Wyatt, something tells me that this is it. We're not going to see The Undertaker and Sting at WrestleMania 32. Something's telling me Bray Wyatt is the next Undertaker. He's the next, kind of Undertaker. Nobody's ever going to be the next Undertaker. Like, they're saying Seth Rollins is the next Shawn Michaels. That's not going to happen. And Seth is going to go face. It's only natural. Seth can be a heel, but he's more of a face. Look at the match of the Royal Rumble. I was there at the Royal Rumble. He was the face. The crowd wasn't cheering Cena. They were cheering Lesnar, but Lesnar was still the heel. And Brock Lesnar is still a heel. Whether he stays, if he stays, he's going to go face because Roman's going heel. It's going to be very weird. I don't know what Randy Orton's returning as, a heel or face. I'm pretty sure a face. Sheamus, I know, is returning as a heel, but Raw's going to be great tonight. Starts in about an hour, so everybody look forward to it tonight. And like I said, Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, Undertaker putting his career on the line. Like I said, Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Bo Dallas backstage at Raw tonight. I'll get into Raw, and I'll do some excerpts on Raw tonight. This is Joey G. Subscribe. I'm out. Peace, dicks.